Hello, RPG Limit Break, and welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer Summer Co-op Tournament 2024. Today we are bringing you the semifinal action starting this week with the Gaming Gators versus Rath. My name is Softnum, and I am joined in the booth by Classic Gamer. Hi, Classic Gamer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, and I am ready for some fun action tonight. This promises to be a good and crazy race.
Yeah, we should be getting started here in just a little bit. Can you talk us through the blursings that we have real quick?
I certainly can. The fighter has a bonus of clean magic and hurt all. The thief has improved cat claw and red mage armor. The black belt is not being seen on this stream, so no one will be taking advantage of its plus legendary swords that no one will care about anyway. Red mage has plus 20 vitality and elemental plus magic. The white mage can equip gauntlets and helmets and it has improved MP, and the black mage has plus 40 HP and plus 2 level 1 MP. So when they find Canaria, if they find it soon, it'll have a few extra charges.
Yeah, those are some really nice bonuses. There are two forced in this seed, so we have a forced thief that you can see on the screen right now. Everybody took, obviously, and a forced black mage. And so the other two slots are up for grabs. I know before the stream we were talking a little bit, you might see like a thief fighter red-black or thief fighter white-black, something like that, probably.
It will be interesting to see what parties they choose. And of course, Canaria's right there, but it might not be Canaria. In fact, it probably won't be.
Yep. We don't even... So this is the full entrance and sort of floor randomizer where you aren't even guaranteed for a town to be a town. And so they could have, Martian ordeals up here or something. It could be pretty crazy. Though, key items are still randomized within locations. So somewhere in Marsh is a Marsh incentivized item, even though it's 3 floors, may not be continuous and are probably not.
Yep. So what are you looking for from these runners this evening? They're both, these are very, high quality runners. Obviously, you get to the semifinals. So what kind of strategies do you think they will employ?
Well, I would say that early on in the seed, a lot of times what ends up happening is one team member will go west and one will kind of go east. And so they can cover more ground that way, and they'll start kind of tagging things along those ways. What'll be interesting to see is as you kind of go those different directions, you have some forks of what you can hit first, and that can make some early differences in the lead. But a lot of what we've seen these races come down to is the Temple of Fiends and Temple of Fiends preparation. And so a lot of this early game sort of conniving, while interesting, is going to keep us going here. And
we're off, and we have Melmon right off.
Yep, Castle's Melman, which will give us some level 5 spells we can't cast yet. Looks like we have some equipment. It's never really great, but we got some of it.
Iron plus 5 is not bad for a fighter, though, that's for sure.
Yep. And it looks like Rath at least took the fighter white.
Yep, and Admiral Tryhard is now on the second floor of Earth, and Unrunnable Giants. What's this unrunnable business?
Yeah, so our unrunnable packs are shuffled, and so you'll see them. And I'm pretty sure the incidence is a little bit higher, although I do not remember offhand.
Crab Cakes and Sonirath have both found Elfland. That's always a nice thing to find early.
Yeah, need some level 3, level 4 spells. Get another place to look for the inn. So it looks like Crab Cakes is opting for a red instead of a white here. Tryhard taking the same party as Sonirath. I'm kind of keeping an eye on Spells app here to see what kind of party that they took.
And there's Adamant for sale in Elfland, so they will be making note of that.
Ooh, that's actually really nice. Normally that'd be really, really nice, but we still haven't found Elfland Castle, or dwarfs, and so...
Oh, Spell Zaps finds some rather nasty red D's in ice. That's a very strange place to find red D's, but then again, it looks volcano-y.
Yeah, it does, like, kind of look a little volcano-ish. It's also flipped, which is another flag that we have on. Getting at the six-pack room now. So there are 3 items that are loose in the world, and so until we discover all 3 of those items, we will likely be opening all the chests that we can, because those key items, you know, it could be something that's needed for progression, could be hidden down in one of these rooms. So always kind of going through this. So spells out finding the ice loop here. We've seen the ice loop be somewhat profitable. That there is, you know, often an item in here. And you see the checkmark boxes. So the checkmark boxes contain monsters in a box, but are supposed to have better items. They can never have a key item, but it's supposed to be where the better armor and weapons are found. And so as our parties level up, you'll see them probably checking those boxes a little bit more.
All right, we have Sky 3 at Lefane.
Yep. Sonny going up and checking 4-pack up here. Liked something we got because we saved out real quick.
I like that play because you're also looking for adamant money still.
Yep. We are getting a lot of money, and a lot of those XP chests are really good early as well. Ooh.
The Ice Sword +5 is great for that fighter now. Could be great for a ninja later.
And instantly drops the steel axe. Just gone. No more. We don't need you. I love that. Meanwhile, I didn't see what happened to Admiral Tryhard, but having to recover here in Melmond. We do have the nice flag here that puts the clinic in Melmond.
Spell Zap has found Frosty and Earth, and remember that thief has the Elemental Plus magic and able to take care of it.
Excellent.
Sometimes easy to forget those bonus spells at level 8. Not that I would know from experience or anything.
Yeah, they can be a little bit easy to forget, especially like if it wasn't notable, right? You didn't take this for its elemental magic, you know. You took it for the vitality and the access to white magic. And so it's like,
Meanwhile, Sonny has found Provoca, so he'll be able to beat up the pirates and check out level 2 and 3 magic. Oh, level 2 magic, and that is nice. Life 2 and life. And of course, since only life 1 is available in battle, he picks up both. And we have Ice 3 and Fast.
Yeah, Fast at level 2 is going to be great for our runners. And you'll note, too, that we have the flag on that scrambles all the shops in Provoca here. So that's why the white and the black magic are over by Bicky this time. It's just a fun little thing that we do. We like to torment Bicky, I guess. Provoca is at Provoca. I like that.
And Sonny puts the chill on. Bicky gets the crown. You have not seen Northwest yet. Meanwhile, Spellzap has found TFC floor from the looks of it. Or I think that's one of the mermaid's floors. Actually, that's Sharknado.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm really bad at name the floor still, so you're probably much better at. Oh, this is ice, but ice reversed.
And back into sea.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Crab Cakes and Amble Tryhard are in Elfland picking up the good magic there.
And meanwhile, we terminate in just a Cardia, which is too bad. We reset out of all of that because it's not useful. Ooh, That's an interesting box. Guess we have lit 3. Ooh.
3 and 1 left thief, although named Dan, I wonder if Spellzap plans to keep him up anyway.
Yeah, could be.
You probably want to keep one of them up.
Probably didn't want it to go quite that way, but
No, you definitely want. Oh, there is.
ooh.
That looks like it's Elf. You know, I don't know the council's one step in as well, but I think that's Elfland. That was off of Sky 4.
Pretty sure you're right. I guess we're gonna move outside a bit. So you don't really have anything to do in Elfland Castle yet, so just remembering where it is good enough.
And that's a nice box for Admiral Tryhard there. Meanwhile, Crabcakes has made her way through and has found Provoca. Doesn't pick up the life spell. Oh, because she wants to check out what's in Black Magic for the Red Mage.
Yep. But fast life 2 and life is probably going to be pretty good.
And of course, the Knight and the Ninja will have access to those after promotion too, and a Stop Shirt +6. So that's going to be, well, Stop is a pretty decent spell, and that's going to be nice for one of the mages after promotion.
Yeah, and our power word's up to 600 in this flag set, so, you know, a little bit more powerful stun and stop and things like that.
The Quad X in particular will be very powerful.
It'd be very helpful very much in the first Fiend fights. We've seen Quad X come out a lot. Fiends kind of do tend to hover around that 600 range, especially after a few hits.
It's Sony in Elfland, and he's picking up some cabins. Either he has the adamant.
Yeah, he bought the adamant already.
Did I see a tail in his inventory? I did not see where that came from.
Per our trackers, they must have pulled it out of a box in Earth.
Yep, tail in the Earth.
And Sonny Rath making their way west to where progression was going to lie here. We haven't found anything to open up Seed yet. We still have a lot of the same access we did. Tail's going to be great when we get there. You know, the earlier we can promote, pretty much the better at this point.
Definitely. So. And CC did something interesting, unlike, you know, I forget whom it was before already, who threw away the Silver Axe. She puts the Ice Sword on the Red Mage and keeps the Silver Axe on the fighter, giving more damage all around. Which unfortunately doesn't help at the moment because the fighter and Red Mage are flat on their faces, taking a dirt nap.
Yeah, always laying down on the job.
Oh, Astos has Brack. That's not too kind.
No, not at all. And it's hitting pretty hard for Astos.
Well, we have some spicy boss scalings.
Yeah, we definitely do. So Astos is going to give us the chime. I believe from our notes that the Temple of Fiends was chime locked, so it'll give us access to whatever that exit is. Not necessarily the Temple of Fiends, of course.
Nope, indeed, probably is not. Now Sonny's making his way through Sharknado. So something interesting. After the wipe, CC just kept the Ice Sword on the fighter, probably figuring Red Mage melee just wasn't going to do it, even with an Ice +5.
Yeah. And it looks like we're really kind of stuck here. Spellzap hasn't been to Provoca yet to buy spells, I'm guessing. Because we just cast all our level 8 charges, and now we're just hoping this fighter stops missing, basically.
Dark comes out from Astos, but no enhanced darkness, so that means nothing. But slow is bad. Especially if he's not
Yeah.
been to provoke it and gotten up fast. Well, free
Wall.
turn since we're not using magic.
Yeah, Wall is
Ooh.
so interesting.
And
I don't
dude
meant to wait
accidentally
there.
waits and Brack misses. And fire isn't going any slower. Wow, he gets through
Yay!
it.
We made it through.
Yep.
We got
And
the chime.
yep. An Admiral Tryhard has found Canary and picks up a ruby from the king, which is generally much ado about nothing in these seeds.
Yep. So the horde itself isn't incentivized, although it can contain one of the loose items. And usually you don't actually need that passage, but sometimes you do. Sometimes it goes somewhere neat.
You know, Admiral Tryhard has found the sea split. The other question is, will he have sea split in the marsh split?
That has been the RNG's somewhat favorite thing to do in our tournament so far. Is to put those two in the same chain at least. So we'll see if it
Crabcase,
holds true.
yep, has found a juicy, I believe that's trap, spike chest encounter 3 worms, but will she be able to take them down?
Well, they're not hitting that hard, so that's always good. They must not have that many hit points if... Okay. Yeah, these sandwiches aren't too bad. The worms. I guess these aren't sandwiches, but...
Yeah, these are the regular high experience worms.
High experience worms.
Let's take anything away from sandwiches. Meanwhile, Admiral Tryhard has found Mirage 1. Nice chest density in there.
Yep. Always good to try and find some stuff. We would like to find some progression, though. So far, we've just kind of got some random fetch quests that we don't know how to turn in or have turned in and have created more fetch quests for us. So I'm excited to see what Temple of Fiends ends up being for us.
Spells up as Reach Provoker, probably really wishing he had some of those spells against Astos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's Fast. That would have been
Yeah.
great.
And does Mirage 1 actually lead to Mirage 2? Sometimes the randomizer does strange things.
Yeah, sometimes it just kind of works. So... Cloth rolled vanilla. That is there is no negative, there's no malice, so
Yeah.
It's the worst it could do. It's great.
Meanwhile, CC is in Sky Spider, everyone's favorite floor to not have to clear out items for, but she does need to clear them out. Ooh, did I see a katana or... Although, did that roll -1?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think we could roll. It must have been +1.
I
+1.
I did.
Yep.
Must have been. Okay.
Yep.
I certainly
pointing out. Yes, it was +1. So that is very nice.
There were malices in the seed, so
Yeah, I didn't think there were either. I was like, did I read that right? But
so yeah, so since that katana came out of a monster box, we know it's actually just a sort of it is not an incentivized item. It is just a katana that we got. And so now we really would like to find Bahamut and promote. Then that thief would be able to swing that katana, and we would be sitting pretty good for the early game at least.
yes, you would. I will try to pull out a Rune Sword +4, which is actually not a bad weapon for that thief, especially with the bonus against magical creatures. That'll be great for, say, a carry or even a lich.
Oh, and we found Sarda behind. And Sarda has the key.
That is
now we have
definitely, no pun intended, sorry, Phoenix, a key pickup. I mean, we needed to get through Topher, so that was on the other side of Sky Spider.
Yep. It was in, so it was Chime, so the key is Chime Log. And now we know where Carnaria Castle is, so we can check there. We know where Elfland Castle is, so we can check there. We know where Astos' castle is, so we can check there. Like,
Tracker pointing out greater than less than to Volcano Armory, which is where Admiral Tryhard is now. Lots of chests there.
first thing we're gonna check here. Dark Elf's treasury here. Cabin. A fair
Money and
amount of gold and some Gasties.
yeah, experience in a box there. I don't know what the item is, but Upcase is like, no, I'm just pretty sure she's probably making a note of that for later.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Here, this is what we wanted. We wanted to go to Canaria Castle. So many chests, yes.
Chest and send it from the king, and should it be needed, the princess? And we get the herb.
So
we know.
Yeah. Like I believe you were going to say, we know where Elfland Castle is.
Castle is, yes,
right?
we do. All right, and we'll try hard making his way through the hairpins. More chests. Everyone just loved to pick up.
Yep. And you'll see too that the runners, a lot of the runners will use this strategy. They fill their inventories, and that will tell you what a trap chest is before you fight it, so you can kind of like bail on it if it's going to be bad. You'd have to reset though. Or no, you don't. You have to drop an item and pick it up. What am I thinking?
And we'll try hard making his way out. Meanwhile, Sawny's about to visit Sarda, pick up the key for Hard Rath. And we have the ship in Volcano Armory.
Nice. It's always a great thing to see.
Not sure Admiral Tryhard picked that up. Of course, depending on where the floater is, they may or may not need it.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of boatless seeds yet. But it is a possibility, of course.
All right, you have the slab from the Prince of Elfland. We'll see what the Elf Armory has. Money, pure potion, house, and more money.
We're just robbing the elves today. And taking their homes.
Well, we saved their prince, so... All right, Sonny's heading up towards Lefay. Sky 3, remembering where Elf was, so he's going to pick up the slab for Hard Rath.
Yep. And we know where the translation is, though we haven't found Lefane yet. Thank you
There's the
for
canal.
sending energy to your lover. Ooh! Canal and that seafloor. And then here's the rod lock.
And meanwhile, CC has found Melmond? Faith?
No, CC found Crescent Lake.
Of course, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Melmond we found right off.
The rod.
And the rod from the sages.
Something about the bottle that I didn't really see. So elf givers. Ugh. Hint givers are on. And so that may have been a true hint. I just didn't quite see what it was. Something about the bottle. So.
Meanwhile, Tracker makes a great note that Tryhard wiped in Volcano. He didn't get the ship, so that could be big.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's probably going to take a little while to go back there. Ooh, and... Oh, yeah. So...
Gotta hope the lure of other items brings it back. Meanwhile, You have a volcano floor at the volcano entrance.
Yeah, that's... Come on. Come on, Randomizer. Is this even... Oh, and we found Muhammad.
All right, so you know Cece's going to be relaying that to Spellzap, and he will be heading over there as quickly as he can. But first,
Yep,
he's going to translate a slab.
Yep. I'm gonna get our translation here. Where? Now, CC doesn't have that katana yet, so... not quite such a power gain as the other team will get.
But still get access to level 1 and 2 magic for their...
Yep.
Especially 3 and 4. Level 2 we know is pretty good.
Oh,
Right.
so behind armory floor there was a cardio. That's where the canoe came from. So now we have everything but the floater, and we would have full access to everything.
Right. Meanwhile, Sonny Rath is now in Volcano Armory, so he should find that ship.
Coming to clean up. That's real smart. That's real good.
That's good teamwork
glad.
there.
Yeah. Oh, and the sages had the rods. We know where Rodlock is, so that's where... Oh, and the slab chain turns into the floater and the Fane.
All right, I like this play from CC. She is going to the superstore, grabbing all the 1 and 2. Look, that level 1's pretty nice, too.
Yeah. Exit, wall. We'll see what Black has in a little bit.
Yeah, heal 3. You got level 3 harm 4, which is nice. Invis 2, cure 4.
5 we should know, because we found Melman Rath. X-Fur is always fun. We see we don't pick it up. Black Magic. Quake
Nuke,
Sleep Nuke.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a level.
Between those 4, it's obvious which 3.
Yeah, but Sleep is fun. It's not good, but it's fun.
Right. Meanwhile, Tryhard has found Ordeals. All right, so get your guesses out in chat. Which pillar do you think it's going to be? I'm going to say pillar 3.
They have exit and not war. Do they have access to exit yet?
That exit was level 1 white, so CC has it because she's in the Fane.
But she's probably the only one.
Right, Spells up, making his way through Earth 3. He does have the rod lock, or the rod, so be able to find what is past the rod lock. And pillar 1. Who'd have thought?
Wow. Well, I mean, I always do pillar 1 first, but I never expected.
And with the TNT from Ordeal, so if we find dwarves, we'll be able to do both turret ends. And Oxiel, Sky 1. Who do you think is ahead at this point? It's very hard to say in these.
Yeah, I mean, with Team Gaming Gators having actually found the floater, I mean, you're gonna have to say that they're ahead. I don't really know how much that advantage they've taken yet, but I mean, that's the only really material thing that's between these teams.
Rodlock is leading down into the seafloors. And a note made by our trackers, a ribbon on Ordeals, which we didn't see, was not incentive. Meanwhile, Emerald Tryhard has found a different sea floor with a squid on it.
So Ordeal's actually paying off, and you'll probably see everybody going back for that ribbon. Really been important in our Tophers these times.
All right, meanwhile, Crab Cakes makes her way through Sky 4 and is in a volcano floor. You saw her pausing to try to determine, yes, is this flipped? Yes, it is.
Yep. There's some that are just rough, and we're
Yep.
going to try our luck at Kraken.
And she gets rewarded with that by a dead end.
So Bane
Trying the
coming out
Bane strats. I like it.
Yep. Invis 2 comes out. Trying stop. Ooh.
And it works.
We paralyzed Kraken. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And that's so great. It would be even more amazing if it were on like one of the second fiends, because it set RNG is on, and so you can tell your partner when they have to go through the same thing. But in the first fiends, the partner is going to share the victory anyway, so it doesn't matter as much.
Meanwhile, Cupcakes is taking on Kraken. We'll see what she tries. She's, of course, throwing out the Brax. First one ineffective. Second one ineffective. Third one just can't get a Brack in round 1. Trying to stop short again. Obviously, Kraken's broken free, but that fighter is tempered and not hitting much. Meanwhile, Kraken is like, that Black Wizard will not brack me, and she resets out and is going to try again.
Meanwhile, Tryhard's still in this fight. Having landed that first stop seems to have really helped out. Kraken is back on their feet, so to speak, and ooh, we are out of heal potions. And we're gonna try some lock, see if we can get through this.
Only getting one hit, like to play. Meanwhile, Sonny Rath has found Bahama and is going to go to promote.
And that is Tryhard that is through Kraken and lights the first orb of our seed at about 28 minutes. So, them making me look bad for saying that the Gaming Gators were ahead. I don't know why that's...
Nope. Could be ahead in orbs, could be ahead in progression. Meanwhile, but that's going to be catching right up because Cupcakes find when their Brack is going to land and Brack's the Kraken.
Oh, excellent. And it kind of missed what turn it was, but...
Odoron in chat, first turn, slot 1, Brack. That is where her knight was in the previous try, so Brack wasn't cast from slot 1 in round 1.
Yeah, and as our tracker's pointing out, Kraken 1 seemed to have some poison touch. CC in Ordeals does want to do this. We know that this is definitely a play to make. We're going to save outside and then have ourselves a little merry Ordeals.
Yep. Picks up the floater and immediately exit out. He doesn't even swing by the superstore. He is going straight to the Rayacon Desert, going to raise his airship.
Yep. And just like that, both teams have tied it up, I would say.
Yep, that's exactly what we expected. Now found Crescent Lake, so he's relaying this on. He's going to check the sages and the magic, or at least the sages. I could see skipping level 6 magic.
Level 6 magic is not where you want anything, and we found a lot of the stuff that we're looking for. So, and I don't remember if Crackings maybe checked it.
She did check. I don't remember what she pulled out, but if I recall, we did have some good magic at level 6. Fade and Exfer and Lamp.
Oh, yeah, right. Exfer. And Fade. Fade's nice.
Right. Cupcakes checking the marked chest that I believe Admiral Tryhard skipped.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't remember seeing this mummy pack. Obviously, with level 1 nuke, we are just going to nuke them, and that is going to be fine. And we get a nice 2 hammer for our troubles, which is...
I believe is the Thor hammer.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right, Crab
Which
Cake
isn't really
picks
what
up
you
her
want the Thor
TNT
hammer to turn into, but... A ribbon
and
plus
finds the
4.
ribbon. So you know she's going to relay that to Spells app and say, you know, Pillar 1 ordeals, there's a ribbon.
Guess who has to do ordeals, too?
Right? Meanwhile, Rath has found the Oxyale, courtesy of Sonny Rath. I don't think we've seen Onrak yet, though.
No, I do not believe we've seen Onrak. We have a lot of places that we haven't been, because I haven't seen a lot of the Cardias yet. We have access to all of them now.
Admiral Tryhard is in Waterfall, which actually isn't too bad this time around. He's able to get right to it, and Jerkbirds have Fire 3. And I saw earlier that they had Glare.
The robot is vanilla.
Yep.
And we haven't found Q Block yet either. So
Meanwhile, Sonny Rath finds the disappointment of the dead in Cardia. Right, Crab Cakes is in TFC room, and she is just beelining through it. And it leads to mermaids of all places.
Mermaid.
Who would have thought?
Relaying the information about mermaids, but stopping for now. Kind of wonder...
They must think they have found all the loose, or don't think they need to search for the others. Meanwhile, Cyrath is taking on Kelly. And then these scalings, Kelly 1 or Carry 1, can be pretty nasty.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty nasty carry ones. So far this one has been pretty tame because nobody's dead yet. But you can see that the runners are taking it.
Yep. Admiral Tryhard has found Garland, so that'll know where Topher is, and Crab Cakes has found Dwarf, so we get an incentive ribbon off of Smithy McBeard's sword. I know you can make ribbons out of adamant.
It's a very heavy ribbon. And there's some more fetch quests.
Yeah, the crystal. And this is interesting. She's checking out Dwarves Locked after skipping a lot of chests. That'd be a calculated gamble on her part. But you know, it could really pay out.
Can't hold. Oh, that's a dragon armor plus 4. We may fight for that.
Yes, I think we would. Belzap picks up the cube for Gaming Gators. If Robot Permitting is going to check the chests.
Tryhard promoting, which is excellent.
All right, Sonny Rath has found Dwarf, so he will get the second ribbon.
And then go down and turn carbon into diamonds, which I guess is a thing you can actually do.
Crystal, so I don't think we've seen Matoya, or if we did, we saw it a while ago.
No, I don't think we've seen Matoya, but Cece's found
Onrak.
Onrak, thank you. At Waterfall.
That'd be a French vanilla Onrak?
I guess it would, wouldn't it? Where was Waterfall?
Not sure.
Dwarf was at Onrak, so...
Yep, finds Earth Armory. That was a big money chest. Not that they particularly need money.
Oh, there's a pro ring that we're not going to find a box for. We have a couple ribbons already. We're resetting out of that fight really quickly. Not going to use use all those steps going up there this time.
Yep. Meanwhile, Spellzap says how the Hooray Dwarf and is going down to turn into TNT. Or no, he's checking out. He wants that dragon armor.
Yeah.
I was thinking he would turn in the adamant for the ribbon, but he did not.
He may on his way out. I would be very surprised if you came here and didn't do that, unless he had already done it.
All right.
And we have
Sonic Rath pulls up to the dreaded Fiend of Earth, Lich.
Doesn't die to 1 harm 4. Ooh, has more than 500 hit points.
And scaling is at least, I can't remember 200%, so he would have at least 800.
Yeah.
Lich attacks, now that's, and that will do it, 1200.
Yeah, that's enough to kill most Liches. I think base is what, 300?
Yep, and so that's what's at Waterfall eventually, so yep, that's where CC is headed, so she will roll over her speed bump. Although, less speed bumpy in these flag sets.
Yeah, the scaling's a little nice, but, you know, what are you gonna do? We found Volcano 1, leading to...
Marsh Bottom. There's the Roo Stick.
Oh, reverse Marsh Bottom 1. That's an incentive item.
Yep.
So that's the Martian
so you know,
probably.
So you know Sonic Rath's gonna tell him, we'll try hard. Hey, found the Roo Stick. Meanwhile, Spellzap is clearing off Toph 1 while CC clears off Lich.
So we had an incentive in a Cardia chest, an incentive in Volcano.
Well, we found Gaia, but no bottle for either team.
Yeah,
Sorry, Roth.
find the power bomb
bothered.
yet?
I don't think we've seen that.
No, I don't think so either. Because something's got to be at the end of the crystal chain, but we must be missing one spot because there's 2 terminals left, I think.
So he
And
finds
we're not
Marsh
really
Top and
Marsh.
says no thank you. Meanwhile, Crab Cakes is in Marsh Bottom. From the looks of it, so yep, she's found the Roo Stick. And the princess has the bottle.
Oh, the princess. Nobody had checked.
So there's a 2,000-year-old fairy in that bottle.
Oh, the poor fairy. So this means that the fairy is one of the loot or the power bonk, and Matoya has the other one. So our runners are hoping that the fairy has the loot because they know where Gaia is.
Yep. Meanwhile, Crabcake checks out Titans, which Admiral Tryhard faded and finds the opal bracelet in there.
Ooh, nice.
Rath has found the Bridge of Destiny. Unrunnable airs are rude.
Spells that pulling the Roo Stick out of the linked chest on the other Earth floor. Fancy.
That's a good play. I believe Hardrath faded both. Well, they faded the Marsh 2. Or the Marsh Top, I mean.
And we're gonna go check our bottle here. Not really that interested in the wand. I don't know what wand is. Crabcake's playing with the modern names for spells, I believe.
Yep. And Warp, Lock, and Quadex at level 8. So level 8 was a check worth making. Unfortunately, not going to have many charges of those, but...
We're boost a little bit. Yep. So the Fairy Saber Bomb, which we want, we're going to get. We'll take. That's fine. We like it. But that means we need to find a Matoya. And we
Meanwhile,
also have to
Sonic.
find Titan.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Tia,
so-
we did find Tia.
Yep. Right, Tia downs the thief, but like I love it. Bane strats.
A really ticklish blaze comes out. Mostly we're just leaning on whatever the fighter's swinging here.
And Phoenix in chat pointing out Metoya, not Ma Tia. Well, do need both. Blizzard from Tia, so she's got some nasty vanilla skills. And Crab Cakes has found the cube lock. Meanwhile, Tryhard's
Ooh,
found the
Sonic.
Marsh split, which leads to Canaria.
So we found Canaria. That doesn't really help us because we already have our level 1 spells.
Yep,
So let's see
that
what's on the
is-
other side of Marsh here.
Yep.
Hopefully, it's Matoya's a little cave. Almost has to be.
That is all 4 orbs for Hard Rath. They still need to find their loop, but Gaming Gators are closing in fast. Crab Cakes is on carry. And there is
Yep, there
Matoya.
it is. And there is your loops.
And also checking the treasure chest because why not? Especially since we have a better one. And who doesn't like a nice tasty nacho?
Yeah.
For the experience, if nothing else. That fighter's still wielding the silver axe, though. That would be a little concerned
what it
about
looked
my
like.
equipment there. Especially if you've seen 3 hits, 3 damage out of the katana.
Is that ninja swinging the katana though? That looked like a knife. Maybe.
I mean,
there's a
the
pro
answer
ring.
is yes. It's the katana
Um,
knife.
It's the katana knife. Flame shield.
Sonya Rath, meanwhile, is doing the Topher 1 grind. While Spellzap has found Tia. This is neck and neck. This is exactly what we expected.
Yeah. But it's worth noting that Team Hardwrath, as of yet, has not picked up Powerbomb.
That is true. That could be very key come Topher.
And they know where it has to be. I'm pretty sure. Is Tryhard gonna go pick it up? Huh. Yeah, we're gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna go to the princess. We're gonna go get the bottle. You know this is the bottle if we've done our tracker math correctly.
Yep, meanwhile, Dropkicks picks up the canal, doesn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't matter. We've been out of the inner sea for a while. But it's always nice to have a nice full inventory of all the items. Make sure you completed everything. Admiral Tryhard trying to remember where Topher is.
Either that or he is looking for something, perhaps a better weapon
Yeah.
for his
Maybe.
knight. Now, we don't have the X-Cal in this seed, and I believe the Masa is going to be in its vanilla-ish location. I say that because we have medium Topher on, and that moves the Masa location.
Yes, you are correct in that. It'll have a guardian. Ooh, we found a Vorpal +5. We have
That
a
is
katana
something
and a
honest.
Vorpal. That's fine.
I would call that Vorpal a critical pickup in more ways than one.
I think it's going to be a big differentiator. I wonder if Sonny Rath will go back for it. Like after doing this grinding loop, does he go and grab a Vorpal instead of what's got to be the Sun Sword or the Ice Sword?
That's a
Unless
good
it's
question.
still
I mean, I
black.
think
Yeah.
with these scalings, I think you definitely want to grab the Vorpal. Just like you also want to grab the Roostick, which Admiral Tryhard has done.
Yep.
Crab Cakes finds the katana in northwest.
And it looks like Sonny Rath is going to go run some errands. So I am anticipating that this means that we're going to go pick up, at very least, our power mock, I would think. We're going to pick up some spells first.
Like this play, pick up, all those early spells, the exit, the heal 3, the lives.
And Crab Cake's making the dive to Marsh Bottom here, knowing very well it will terminate in Matoya because it basically has to.
Meanwhile, Spell Zap terminates a bunch of worms. He's about mid-20s across the board, gets a Pro Cape for his troubles. And there's the power bunk for Admiral Tryhard.
Yeah, we've seen runners going at highish 20s. I know that some runners prefer lowish 30s, but I suspect that the runners here tonight in this race will probably try and go as early as they feel safe, which is always kind of a gamble.
It looks like Crab Cakes was low 20s there. Right, Tryhard's going into Topher, probably for a grind, but he might just... Yep, he's going for a grind.
Yep, gonna dance around the entrance, eat some of the delicious food that's out here. Try and get some levels here before we meet our doom. But those hit point totals are looking pretty nice. You can kind of see that the fighter's ahead of everybody else.
Crab Cakes takes down the Gas Dragons, picks up the Katana. And it looks like both Sonny Rath and Spell Zap are going for it. In fact, they are literally neck and neck across the Earth floor. They both reset out, so they're both getting the same
with
encounter.
RNG, they will be getting the same thing. Ice Sword on that fighter, finally.
Yep. So they're going to find out that Lich, too, has Nuclear, which is mildly better than his vanilla lead-off nuke. And Crab Cakes is going for the Topher dive.
Yeah, that fighter, I think, was still on the ice.
Well, she's found the Katana, so she might not be too worried about the fighter.
Yeah, it could be.
One thing why we know the Nuclear's coming out first, we know everyone's going to survive. Admiral Tryhard's now entering Topher. He's diving. All four runners in Topher about at most a floor apart.
Yep. Our runners neck and neck. Trying to see who the roadblock's going to be. We're going to get a look at Carry 2 here very quickly.
Admiral Tryhard knows that Nuclear's coming.
Yep.
Let's see how rude Carry 2 is.
That's the beauty of set RNG is you can relay to partner, and then they will know.
Inferno,
Carry.
that is pretty rude.
Yeah, but it's okay. Ooh, 4 hits for 1,000 already on Carry. This is just not going to be long.
Nope.
And slow 2 coming out on the White Mage.
Yep.
And we took care of Carry.
All right, meanwhile, Spellzap also taking care of Carry. Crab Cakes on Carry. Admiral Tryhard, very close to reaching Carry.
On the fight that's right before Carry on this RNG seed. That must be unrunnable because everybody fought it.
Yep. Sonny Rath skips the Masa, going right for Kraken 2. fast Roostic, and set RNG
Ooh.
or not, we know what
Oh.
Kraken's going to do.
Into slot 3, a 1,300 hit point hit. So we'll see if Tryhard adjusts their strategy here. Wow, and everybody's down so quickly. That is a rough sequence out of Kraken. Gives a fair free turn. Ooh, and the fighter is still just not doing that much damage.
That's more like
There we
it.
go. Yeah.
But
Oh
then he
no.
got paralyzed.
Oh no. That is
Oh
not.
boy.
Oh.
The Ninja fires off nuke 128. Kraken's like, I'll see you on that nuke.
Come on,
Whoa,
terminated. 17 hit points too many.
Yep.
And of course, we are lifing up our white mage and going to start lifing everybody up.
Meanwhile, Spellzap has found out about the round 3 first round attack, so you see the adjustment from Crabcakes moving their party around. They both picked up the Masa. Meanwhile, Tryhard is on Kraken 2, and he is sacrificing his Black Wizard. Goodbye, Black Wizard.
Hoping an Invis 2 cast will help out the white mage. The white mage also has a decent number of hit points. I did not see how big the second hit is. Oh, it's just a high nuke roll.
Just a high nuke roll. Only against Kraken 2, why'd you say that? So meanwhile is on Tia 2. This is up in the air. It is anyone's race. Big hit on Tia.
Yeah, and we've seen one nuclear. And we've seen a lot of the dead stuff. So the less you see out of the early fiends, it's kind of exciting because we're getting past it and everything. But you know those scripts have to end up somewhere. Maybe they're all on Warmac and we won't see any of them.
Yeah.
But
Kraken remembered Tryhard stopping him earlier and tries to stop him, but Tryhard gets through. Meanwhile, Sonic Rath is through Tia 2. Spellzap is taking on Tia 2, fasting up his knight. Case gets through with just her knight.
And Sonny Rath is going to give us our first look at Tia for the night.
By Tia, you mean Chaos. We have fast.
Yeah, I mean Chaos.
Brewstick. Wall and Temper. Spellzap, meanwhile, taking on Tia, as is Admiral Tryhard. We have 3 fiends and a Chaos on the screen at once. What a race!
Yes. This is amazing. And so it's worth noting that the last runners last time is actually what counts. So it's the time it takes your entire team to make it over the finish line. While Sonny Rath, is definitely in the lead and Spellzap just got through Tia, we're nuking Chaos for 400 damage. It's pretty good.
Max
that fighter
roll.
doing 600. Another Invis 2 stack, some Lock 2 trying to help out that fighter. Quad X does just take down the Thief. Deciding.
Yeah, Tryhard is through Tia. Crabcakes is taking on Tia. Spellzap taking on the party pat. Invis 2 out of Saudi Rath's White Mage, getting up the invasion. Attack from that Vorpal. Good damage. Chaos has nuclear. How rude.
Yeah. Kind of figured that way. And Thunder.
Over 1,000 damage out of that Knight.
Yeah, Knight White Mage. This is sort of reminding me of the ending of Final Fantasy IV with Rosa and Cecil. But in any case.
Meanwhile, we have 4 Chaos on every runner's screen.
Yes.
This is something else.
This is ridiculously close. I haven't seen a race this close yet. Swirl comes out from Chaos, and it's just fighter on Chaos, and Chaos is down. So single G in chat for Hard Wrath, Team Hard Wrath, Sonny Rath, making it with a time of about 55-51.
All right, meanwhile, I have Lock 2s and Tempers coming out against Chaos and attacks. Quad X misses against the Ninja for Tryhard. Bane comes out of Chaos for Spells Up, takes down the Black Wizard. Morlock 2. Morlock 2 from Crabcakes. Bane coming out against Admiral Tryhard, takes down the Black Wizard, even though it's a different slot.
Yep, just
There's
where we
the
decided to
nuclear.
put the ribbons we found.
Spells Up,
Hunger
curing up the
coming
night.
out. 8 hits, 722.
1130 from Spellzap's night.
Yes.
480 from Tryhard's.
And we are
And
in
get your
night
G's out for
mode.
Spellzap. So it is down to Admiral Tryhard versus Crabcakes. They are both on Chaos. They are both
Oh,
big. Oh.
and Crabcake's taking a wipe to Chaos.
That's big. But
Yeah.
Tryhard is by no means through Chaos himself. Now he is. Get your GGs out in chat for Hard Rath. Official time of looks like 57 minutes, 53 seconds.
And it looks like they are ready to come into the booth, so they pull on down. Hello, GG's, gentlemen.
Oh.
I take it you were watching the end of that race there.
No, it's been 10 minutes. My behind is still clenched from that chaos.
I can turn coal into diamonds after cracking 2. And then I can turn even more coal into diamonds after chaos.
20 full carat diamond right there.
18. I had what? Like 8 or 18 HP at the end of cracking 2.
Yes, that was clutch.
it was 18. You had 17 hit points too many.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And you know, GG's to Gaming Gators. It literally took a tournament best performance to top them.
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, Crabcakes and Spellzap, 2 of the best players this rando has seen. 2 very good friends as well throughout the years of being in this community. Much love to both of you, and I'm looking forward to our game 2.
Yep. And I believe, if I looked at the schedule before the race, you guys have yet to schedule that, right?
It's not on the form, but it should be Friday same time.
Okay, so we're just gonna have a doubleheader.
What else is on Friday?
Isn't the other one on Friday? Did I screw up? Give me just a second. Let me find it. Yeah, the other semifinals game.
Yeah, Friday fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
It's going to be fun. I don't know if you guys saw it on the stream. You probably did, but all 4 of you were fighting Chaos at once.
Yeah, I saw all 4 chaoses on screen at the same time. It has been a while since we have seen that happen.
Yeah, and it's just a testament to, like, you know, the quality of both teams in this race, and just like, I mean, this has been incredible game to watch. One of the fastest, one of the jettiest seeds in this tournament that I've seen anyway.
I believe it was pointed out in chat that, you know, it was a tournament best of the, fastest time in the tournament so far, and you just barely pulled by. I tell you, Tryhard doesn't get that last hit on Chaos, you and CC might both be going through Topher right now still.
And I don't know about any of you in the audience, but a one-on-one race versus crab cakes and high stakes doesn't sound like the best of times.
Yeah, no, I definitely would cave.
I mean, it takes a lot of metal to not cave against these 2. It really does. I mean, throughout the years, I've done a few pickup races with both of them. I've seen both of them run in tournaments. It's scary running against these two, and that's the only word that can be said for it. It's scary running
It's
against
scary.
these two.
It's scary running against just one of them. You stick both of them. Yeah. So a lot of nerves. I get to be someone who actually says I've beaten them in a race. So get to hang that on my wall, put it on the fridge.
Oh, my heart's still pounding. Even like 15 minutes later?
Me too.
Yeah.
I can believe that. Seeing the watching before we came into the broadcast, you probably did nothing to slow it down. But thoughts on the seed overall?
Jet. I love this fighter. This fighter put in work from the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, the fighter within the first 2 minutes already was showing what he can do, and on top of that, just the way that the logic was read throughout this seed for both of our teams was astounding.
Yeah.
I did not expect to read the logic as I did, and I don't think Tryhard expected to read the logic as he did.
No, I mean, it was really, I mean, you know, I in the middle of the race, Classic Gamer turned to me at one point and was like, so, Sofnum, who's ahead? And I'm just was flabbergasted to really say anything. I think that you guys had gotten the floater. Is that right?
Actually, I believe
no,
Gaming Gators had gotten the
Gaming
floater,
Gators
but
had gotten the floater
they
first,
were up an orb.
and then immediately you guys lit an orb. So it was just like, you know, neck and neck the whole way.
And
Yeah, I will admit that was a loaded question.
that is what racing is all about right there. Keeping it close with each other, but at the same time having a blast while doing so.
Yeah, keeping it close despite the differences in where we are. Essentially, two sets of people almost holding hands throughout Topher without either of our knowledge. Like you can't get closer than that. This race was determined by a single round.
Yep.
It was
I mean, so close.
Yep. And more so with you because Sony Rath was a little bit ahead, but we saw both teams making the adjustments through Topher, like, oh, Kraken 2 is going to annihilate slot 3. You know, I'm going to move my black wizard up there instead of, you know, seeing another white wizard go down.
It was actually specifically because Kraken 2 followed up with a high roll nuke. So that way I knew I'd keep at least one of my mages in the back row alive if I had the white mage in the back.
Which is the adjustment that I did not make, as I was the one that told Tryhard about that.
What do you mean adjustment? You didn't get a chance to adjust.
No, I didn't, because as soon as that white mage got punched out, I was like, oh no, here we go. This is either going to be really good or really, really bad, and it turned really, really bad, and somehow I still made it through.
With 17 hit points to spare.
All you need is one, the rest don't matter.
Yep.
Exactly.
17 too many hit points. You could have got another round, I'm sure. No.
Probably, actually. Like, if I had Ruth the Knight again and Kraken had meleeed, I'd have been fine.
You probably would have been, actually.
Until he casts another spell.
Yeah. So, I think I will move us to final thoughts from Team Hardrath. Anything left to say here? I know we've kind of talked about a lot of it.
Tryhard, I normally throw it to you first, so you take first.
Our birds can go back into the volcano, and even below that, to the depths of hell.
Hey, you got roasted fairly well by them.
Yeah.
My party
Yeah.
was well done by the end of that.
Oh, very much so. But so was mine after, you know, all the nukes, all the nuclears.
You got microwaved. I got grilled.
Yeah, we both got cooked in one form or another.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say. But Spell Zap was saying in our group chat, he's giving shout outs to the comms. You know, shout outs to the team. You know, shout outs to RPG Limit Break for having us on here. Great time.
Yep, for sure.
And on my end, I'm going to echo what Spellzap said. Thank you both for doing commentary, Jay for doing the restream. I forget who was tracking. I think
It's
Catnip.
Mecklin and Catnip.
Yeah, Mecklin and Catnip. I thought it was both of you tracking. Yeah, thank you both so much for tracking. Just I'm lost for words, really, because I was not expecting this game to be as close as it was. And I really, really am looking forward to Game 2 and the potential of Game 3.
Yep, I am too. Actually, I will watch if I don't end up on crew again. So thank you. My gracious co-host, Classic Gamer. Any final thoughts for us?
All right, well, thank you to the runners for putting up one incredible show. That was an incredible race. Thanks to RPG Limit Break for hosting us. Thanks again to our trackers, Catnip and Mecklin89. They did a great job keeping us honest. You know, thank you to Softnum for coming on comms with me. And of course, thanks to everyone in chat. You guys are great. And, you know, Softnum, take her away.
Yeah, echo everything that was just said, and I want to say, if you like what you see, we have a wonderful website called FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. If you want to see more races, check out our YouTube channel at Final Fantasy Randomizer and join our Discord at discord.gg/Final Fantasy Randomizer. There you can find the wiki where it'll teach you to race, how you can roll seeds, a bunch of really friendly people to help you. This is how I get started. I don't really race, I just do comms. There's room for everybody here. So thank you and good night.